My fifth principle in my healing philosophy is that diligent maintenance of the healing process is what it takes to keep dis-ease from returning. Okay, once someone has detoxified their system and they've fortified their defenses and they've healed, okay, they're better. Okay, whatever it is they were dealing with is gone. If they had a tumor, it's gone. If they had blood sugar issues, they're regulated. If they had inflammatory problems, the inflammation's gone. If they had neurologic issues, the nerves are working right again. Okay, they've been through the process. Things have healed up, right? If you don't maintain, it's kind of like this. If you don't maintain the defenses of your castle, they will break down. Period. Okay? We live in a world where we are subject to the laws of thermodynamics. Okay? One of those laws says that everything's winding down. Okay? That means you're aging. Okay? It means I'm aging. It means everything around us is aging. Okay? And in that aging process, there's a certain amount of wearing down that happens. Okay? So if we do not maintain our defenses, if we don't keep our guard up, we don't keep with the process, okay, whatever we were dealing with before will come crashing down on us again. Okay? So let's say I've hurt a shoulder, right? I hurt one of my shoulders, right? So if now that I'm healed up, my shoulder works fine, right? I can do all these movements, I'm fine. My shoulder has full function again, right? If I stop exercising, right, the problem I had with my shoulder is going to come back. Okay? So it will only be a matter of time. Okay? If you've dealt with cancer and you've overcome it naturally, right? If you don't stay on the horse, okay, if you don't stick with the process, guess what's lurking around the corner for you, okay? If you've dealt with MS, okay, now you're walking again, everything's functioning again, okay? If you don't do the homework, okay, there's penalties. And that's my fifth principle. Okay, my last principle in the healing process is that maintenance of the healing process has to be maintained. You have to maintain. You got it. Once you get into the process and you regain your ground. If you do not maintain your defenses, you don't defend your ground, it's going to get taken away from you again. So that's kind of might sound kind of rough, but this is reality. This is how in the healing process, once you have regained your health, if you don't fight to keep your health, you'll lose it again. Okay? And so I've seen it over and over and over again all through my career where people come in and they get they're dealing with these life-threatening issues and they completely turn their lives around. All of a sudden they're healthy as they've ever been, sometimes healthier than they've ever been. In 2 years, 3 years down the road, they're not doing any of the things that made them well to begin with. Okay? They haven't maintained any of their defenses, and whatever it was that they were dealing with comes crashing down on them again. And it's a sad sight to see, because usually when something comes crashing down on them again, it's stronger than the last time. So, maintenance of your defenses. Okay, maintenance of the observation of the healing process is principle number 5. Okay, well, now that we've covered my 5 principles of healing, my healing philosophy, number 1, the composition of the human body has to be maintained. Okay, you got to keep all the nuts and bolts in place, right? Number 2, all disorder and dysfunction begins with irritation, and then it progresses into inflammation, and from there into infection, right? Number 3, the body's response to this, the 3 I's, the irritation, inflammation, and infection, the body's response to that is either to adapt and overcome it, or to accommodate it, put it in the backpack and carry it around with it, right? Number 4, observation of the healing process in the right sequence is essential. Okay, you have to be stable before you detoxify. Okay, you got to get strong enough to detoxify is what that means. Okay, you have to be stable, then you have to detoxify, then you have to fortify your defenses. Okay, and it's those 3 steps in that order. It has to be in that order. Otherwise, you end up spinning your wheels and spending lots of money. Healing principle number 5 is that diligent maintenance of your defenses. Okay, maintenance of the healing process is essential. It's essential if you're going to stay well. So I encourage you to implement this healing philosophy, implement these ideas, implement what we're teaching here. Start observing these things and start practicing these things. As you do, you are going to feel better. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for tuning in and listening to my healing philosophy and learning about the importance of these 5 principles. Thank you for your time again, and enjoy.